What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with RK Outpost, and isn't it ironic that after Disney Lucasfilm decided to fire Gina Carano over her political opinions? We know what they said. They said it was too divisive for Star Wars. It's abhorrent. We can't have that. Gotta get rid of that kind of thinking. What ended up happening? Well, they united the fan base, to be sure. But unfortunately for them, they united the fan base against Disney, against Lucasfilm, against Kathleen Kennedy, and against Star Wars, at least Disney Star Wars, and united in support of Gina Carano, defending Gina Carano. Because it turns out that when you tell an entire section of people that type of thinking isn't allowed in our echo chamber, that is not tolerable. Well, guess what? They're not going to forget about it, and they're not going to go away quietly. Their voices will be heard, and that's exactly what we're seeing. What we are seeing happening at the Star Wars YouTube channel is pretty incredible. Now, the Star Wars YouTube channel, 3.5 million subscribers. This is not some small channel with some insignificant amount of views that can easily just go and be ratioed by anybody. I just say, hey guys, go there and downvote. I'm not saying do that in any way, shape, or form. But if there were people that were saying that, it's not like the Star Wars page is something that is easily achievable. This is a massive social media page with a lot of interaction. But as we look through everything that has happened in the aftermath of them firing Gina Carano, it is just straight red. Now, before that, before that, there's really nothing. A couple yellows, couple things in the yellow. This one barely went into the red, 76%. Mostly all green, right? Very good interaction on the Star Wars YouTube channel. Very positive for the most part. But now what do we have? This one just came out 8 hours ago today. Already ratioed down to 24%. These are at 9%, 20%, 44%, 43%, 50%. And then it gets a little off after that because these were released a month ago before Gina Carano was fired. But since she has been fired, it has been a shitstorm for them there. And we go into the comments. This is what I'm talking about, guys. If you don't think that this is about uniting behind Gina Carano, take a look at this. I was kind of speechless when I went and saw this, to be quite honest with you. Now, they have been removing dislikes. They have been removing people's comments. We have evidence of that. You can see it because so many of the things that were the top comments with so much interaction end up gone the very next day. But look at this page. Don't try to ruin my life with lies when your life can be ruined with the truth. Gina Carano. That famous quote that Gina Carano had during her interview with Ben Shapiro. You don't think that the Star Wars fan base has united in support of Gina Carano? Look at this. I mean, I'm going to scroll down. This is breathtaking when you see it, to be honest with you. Like, no one's telling people to do this. They did it themselves. They did it themselves to say, we don't support this, Disney. We don't support this, Star Wars. We stand with Gina Carano. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is that quote, but it's in Spanish. 5, 6, 7, 8. This one has a hashtag Fire Kathleen Kennedy on it. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Too many to count. Are we ever going to get one without it? Here you go. Here's one final, about 20 down. Disney, you'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. People are fighting back against this garbage. They're fighting back against Disney. They will make their voices heard. And really, one of the things that it started with was the Oscars. When they decided to do that, when they decided to remove likes and dislikes and comments from Kathleen Kennedy's page, this is really when this took off. Because after that, people said, you know what? We're going to make our voices heard some other way. We'll do it all over the Oscars YouTube channel, and we'll do it all over the Star Wars YouTube channel. How long before they fade out these comments? They've been doing it. Look at this, dude, almost wall to wall. And it's not just that one. Let's go to the Bad Batch. What about this one? This isn't going to stop, Disney. You've been a terrible foster parent for Star Wars. They can't delete comments and dislikes fast enough. I'm only here for the comments and dislikes. The firing of Gina Carano is shown. It's not off limits to fire women. Now get rid of Kathleen Kennedy. More Gina Carano quotes, right? Now, this one isn't wall-to-wall like those other ones. That was absolutely insane. But all of it is negative. If this doesn't open Disney's eyes, nothing will. Gina deserved better. What about the one that just came out today? This was a few hours ago now. Let's see. All of them, yes. Gina Carano. Except for this one, we must support strong women as long as they sit down and shut their mouths. Quoted, Disney. Look at all these Gina Carano quotes. Look at how powerful that is. We saw Gina Carano shoot to the top of the IMDb star meter. She was so popular. She is so popular, despite having a minor role in Star Wars. And honestly, it looks like this is already having effect on their streaming service. Take a look at this bounty in a comics article. The Mandalorian and the Clone Wars appear to be rapidly falling off Disney Plus trending charts following the firing of Gina Carano. Now, this is from John F. Trent over at Bounty Into Comics. Awesome dudes. They are showing us that already, just after the firing of Gina Carano, that is impacting Star Wars that people are watching on the Mandalorian, on the Disney Plus streaming service, which is pretty insane that it's already having that much of a factor. Now, it says right here, if you're not familiar, the streaming platform has a trending tab where they presumably list out the most popular shows and movies on their platform. And they've been tracking this week by week. They're telling you all these things that happened week by week where it was. Of course, it was the top spot, right? With Clone Wars ranking 4th after the finale of The Mandalorian. It was hot. That was the bottom line. It was hot. Then it slipped one spot behind a newcomer, right? Then it slipped down behind WandaVision, but it was really, really up there high. But in the aftermath of the firing of Gina Carano, it slipped completely down. The Mandalorian plummeted down 5 spots to 10th the week ending February 21st, the week after Gina Carano was fired. It was beat up by all of these things. The Clone Wars fell to 12th. The next week, The Mandalorian's fallen all the way to 17th, with Clone Wars now trending higher than The Mandalorian. Very quickly, interest in this is completely evaporating. It's not like Disney has a ton of new content that it's putting out there, but The Mandalorian is already slipping well down. They're behind Clone Wars already, because it has a bad taste for a lot of people. A lot of people are associating that with what is happening to Gina Carano and the double standards and the toxic work environment that she discussed. And if you want to talk hypocrisy, I mean, just look at this. This is a double standard at Lucasfilm. Animation director posts spicy social media takes. You want to talk about comparing things in current day America to what happened in Germany during World War II? Well, look at this. This is Hal Hickle, one of the biggest pieces of shit that works for Star Wars. He is on the Mandalorian Gallery shows. He works for ILM. He reposts this, someone trying to associate what happened at CPAC with a Nazi symbol. That's absolutely ridiculous. The idea that they would do that at the big conservative meetup, that is nuts. That is insane. But it doesn't stop Hal Hickle from talking about it and speculating on it. Isn't that strange? I thought that wasn't allowed. I thought that was abhorrent to compare things like that are going on in current day America. Well, we know Pedro Pascal got away with it. We know a lot of other people at Disney and Lucasfilm have got away from it, or got away with it. Evidently, piece of shit Hal Hickle is able to get away with it too. But it's just, dude, this is absolutely insane. The backlash on every fucking video that Gina Carano quote pops up. They are deleting them, like the ones that are more spicy, they're deleting them as fast as they can. But the backlash will continue for Disney Star Wars. These are fans doing it by themselves. Again, I haven't told anybody to go over there. I haven't heard Jeremy or The Quartering or Nerdrotic or anybody send people over there. People are doing this of their own accord because they have had enough. They have been dealing with Kathleen Kennedy and her regime at Lucasfilm for long enough. They are tired of it. They want to change, and they're asking for it right now. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I know there's a lot of rumors out there about, Kathleen Kennedy's, Ahsoka's next for her. She's trying to sabotage everything. I don't really believe that stuff. I just think there's only one way of thinking at Disney Star Wars. I think Bill Burr is 100% on the chopping block next. I think Rosario Dawson will be attacked by these weirdos online, but Rosario Dawson is safe because she has the ideology that Kathleen Kennedy and everybody that works for Disney Lucasfilm have, so she's going to be fine. They'll find a way to keep her. That won't be a problem. In the same way that they find a way to do all these things, and they virtue signal about all these things, Asian American hate crimes, while at the same time, they find a way to make sure they shrink these characters. They find a way to make sure that they cuck for that Chinese money. So I'm sure that Rosario Dawson will probably stay at Lucasfilm because she has the right ideology. But they've made it very clear that that is the only ideology acceptable at Lucasfilm. And if you step out of line, you are gone. That is cancel culture. That is Hollywood. That is Disney Star Wars. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone.
And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.